Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about GBP using our Tricon strategy. So I'm going to be analyzing the market using our Tricon strategy. So stick around until the end of the video such that you can be able to learn something. And if you don't know how to analyze the Forex market, or you don't have any particular strategy you've been using, this video is going to be for you. If you don't know how to get the trend of the market, the video is going to be for you. And if you don't know how to take Forex entries, this is going to be the video that you all need. So stick around as we break down this market using my own strategy. So I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to analyze the market my way. So without wasting any time, let us go for it. So let's say this is GBP AUD, and this is the 3-hour time frame. So the first thing you want to do when you go to an open clean market or clean chart, the first thing you want to do, you want to go to your highest time frame. And I always tell you the things, guys. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your highest time frame. So just say go to your highest time frame. That is the first thing you want to do. Before you do anything else, you need to go to your highest time frame. And this is something that I've been always telling you. This is something that I teach my students in the mentorship program. The highest market is going to give you the direction of the market, the true direction of the market. So you always want to go to your highest time frame. And remember one thing, your strategy or your edge from the market has to be a step-by-step guide. It must have certain rules that you have to follow in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve in the market, and that is being profitable. That step-by-step rule, they have to be replicable. You have to be able to have the set of rules that you can reapply over and over again in the market to make you profitable in the long run. If your strategy does not have clear rules that are set out for you to follow, then that is not a good strategy that will make you profitable in the long run. So the next thing you want to do, or rule number 2, is that you want to mark out your structures on the high time frame. So I'll just say mark your structures on the high time frame, on your highest time frame. So while you're on your highest time frame, this is where you want to mark out your structures on that time frame. What does marking out your structures going to help you? It is going to help you to know where the market is, where it is going, and where it has emanated from. The moment you're able to mark out your structures, then you're able to know where your market is, where it is going, and where it is coming from. That is going to give you a clue on what to do next, depending on what is on the high time frame. And what are the structures you want to mark out? You want to mark out support and resistance. You want to mark out demand and supply zones. You want to mark out any chart patterns you see. Any chart pattern you see, like head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, double bottoms, double tops. You want also to mark out your break of structures, anything that you see change of characters on the high time frame. Then rule number 3, when you go to rule number 3, now this is where we want to drop to the medium time frame. So rule number 3 is simple. After you have done that on the highest time frame, you now want to drop to your medium time frame to observe most of the things. For example, you want to look for the immediate trend on the medium time frame. You want to look for where price is and what is doing on the medium time frame. You want also to look for your confirmations on your medium time frame. Things like indecision candles, things like engulfing candles on your medium time frame. You want to know where the medium time frame is. And also, this is where you're going to be spending most of your time as you're waiting for those setups to come, or for the formations to reach your points of interest or your zones. All this is going to happen to on your medium time frame, meaning most of the time you're going to be spending it on your medium time frame to wait for those particular confirmations. So after you have gotten your confirmation, rule number 4, remember this has to be a step-by-step rules-based strategy. If you do not have a rules-based strategy, then you can use this one, or you can look for any other strategy out there that has rules, clear rules set out on how to execute that strategy. If you do not have a rules-based strategy, then you don't have a clear trading plan. So rule number 4 is very simple. After getting your confirmations on the medium time frame, this is now where you do what? You drop down to the lower time frame. Drop to lower time frame. This one to look for confirmations for entries. Now on the lower time frame, that is where we do our confirmations for what? For entries. For as long as you have gotten all the alignment on the day on the medium time frame, on the high time frame, you are now permitted to go to the lower time frame to look for your entries on the lower time frame. Now for your entries, you're looking for, okay, let me just put this in brackets. For your entries, you're looking for chart patterns, you're looking for demand and supply zones, you're looking for engulfing candles, something like that, to mark your entries on the lower time frame. Now you see that this is simple, straight to the point, only 4 core rules that govern this strategy, and as long as you execute them well, you're going to be able to be profitable. Now what are we going to do? We are going to get these rules and we're going to use them to enter this market on GBP AUD, like we shall be saying shortly. I want to show you how you can break down these rules in order for you to get a setup to enter. So the setups for entries are many. Many people use different setups for entries. However, for me, I prefer mainly the head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, double tops, double bottoms, but at double tops and double bottoms, I trade them with a breakout structure. So when I go to the high time frame, those are the things that I'm trying to look for. I hope we are together up to that. Now, before you go to apply this on the chart, I just want to tell you that, guys, my book is ready. This strategy, I teach it in my book, and more a total breakdown of the strategy step by step. If you read that book, you'll be able to get this. So what you have to do is just read the book and then watch my videos online on YouTube. You should be able to go. The book goes for $10 this month, and then starting from next month, it is going to be around $20 or $30. We shall agree on the price starting from next month. And also mentorship, guys. In mentorship, you're going to get all full package. You pay $100. It is going to be inclusive of the book, and also for this month, next month it is going to be 150. So you have to take advantage of that. In the mentorship, this is where you get the full strategy, full trade breakdown, full psychology lessons, trade management, and how you need to plan, which capital do you need to use, and how to trade that particular capital that you have. You get all the things in the mentorship, how to analyze and actually look at the market the way I look at it, and you'll be able to become profitable. So make sure at least you pay out for mentorship, because trust me, at some point you will need this knowledge, and the only way to get it is to get a mentor or to go for mentorship. You'll do everything on YouTube, but you'll end up with nothing, because you don't have someone who is going to put all that information together for you in order for you to understand it the right way. So make sure, if you can, you join the mentorship, and then you can go through all those studies. I can teach you the forex strategy that actually works at least 90% of the time. So now let's proceed. We are going to apply this, and guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. 90% of people watching the channel are not yet subscribed. I don't know why. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also if you learn something from the video, don't forget to like the video for the algorithm. Like the video, guys. So let's proceed and apply this to the chart. So what is the first thing you want to do? Simple and straight to the point. This is 3 hours time frame. What does our rules say? The first thing you want to do is go to your highest time frame. So what is my highest time frame? My highest time frame is the weekly time frame. Good. Now I have gone to my highest time frame. What is the next thing I want to do? The next thing I want to do, I want to mark out my structures. One, I want to mark out support and resistance levels, which is I have one here. I have one there, and then demand and supply zones if I see any. So I have my support here, and then I have my resistance here. So price has broken out of my support, and immediately we mark out, guys, immediately we mark out this, you can see immediately that price has broken out of our former resistance. Good. So immediately you mark out this, it shows you that price has broken out of that former resistance, and it is looking to it is looking to go to the upside, which is good. Now what do we want to do next? We are following the rules. So what do we want to do next? Mark out your structures on the high time frame. We have marked out support and resistance very well, but now this one I'm going to delete it. Why? Simple. Because in order for price to come back down here, it first have to cross here. So instead of me leaving this line here to blindfold me, I'll just wait for price to come here. If it breaks now, that is when I'm going to put this one here. However, for now it is not required. So good. After marking our structures, what do we want to see, guys? What do we want to see? We have marked out our structures very well. Now we want to drop down to the lower time frame, but before we go there, we want to look at where price is. Currently price is up here, and there is a huge rejection from the upside, which signifies that price might want to retrace. And if it's retracing, where is it going? It might be coming to this support here. Good. So now what do we do? The next rule tells us, rule number 3, drop down to your medium time frame. So I'm going to drop down to my medium time frame, which is the daily. So when I come back to my medium time frame, what do I see, guys? I see that indeed this place has been used as the resistance for a long period of time. Then it was broken out. Price broke out of that after using it as resistance for a long period of time. Now it has made a higher high. Price has broken out and made a higher high. So do I enter from here? No. What do I enter? What do I do? I wait for price to either come here, because this is my point of interest, to either come here or show me some structures up here before it can start buying or falling. Without that, I'm not yet interested in anything to do with this price action. And remember, we only want to trade high probability zones, high probability trades. So what we do is we wait, we pray as we wait for price to come back here. And this is why I told you that your medium time frame is going to take a lot of your time. You're going to stay on the medium time frame for the longest time waiting for your setups to happen. So now I'm just going to play price forward. You see, when I play price forward, price rejects, and then immediately it drops down. Now as price is dropping, I'm not interested in anything that it is doing. The only thing I want to see is price come back to my zone, which is my point of interest, and then I'll start looking for buys. Why? Because this looks like a break and retest, and then we can go to the upside. Without that, I'm not interested in anything to do with this pair. So I'm just going to be waiting patiently as price drops to the zone. If it doesn't, I'll be interested if it breaks the above zone here. So I'm just going to play price forward again. Now this is what I was talking about. All these days from up here, I've been waiting for price to come to my point of interest. And let me just measure how many days are there. From here to here, we have 17 bars, which is 27 days. That means I've waited for almost a month for price action to come to this zone, my point of interest. Whatever has been happening up here is none of my business. I am only interested if price action comes here. And when price action comes to this level, what do? We are expecting to see indecision candles, and then we can go to the lower time frames to look for our entries. Indecision candles are going to act as our confirmations. And what you see here is an indecision candle. However, this one I will not consider it because it did not sit well here. It just gave a rejection. So now this one is not an indecision candle. However, it is the one that sat well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play price forward until I get an indecision candle after this candle. Now, that is the candle I'm looking for. This is an indecision candle, a bullish hammer for that matter. So after seeing this candle close, that is now when I drop to my entry time frames to start looking for my entries. And what are my entry triggers? Very simple. I'm looking at something like a head and shoulder. I'm looking at like a double bottom. I'm looking at a triple bottom. Or if I do not get all the things, it is very easy. I'm waiting for price to start moving in my direction, and then I start looking for demand and supply zones, because that is what my rules say. So far we have followed our rules and we are on our entry, one of our entry time frames. So we want to continue using our rule and see what we can get. So after the medium time frame getting confirmations, the law says drop down to the lower time frames to look for entries with entry triggers acting as confirmations. So we are in the lower time frame. So I'm just going to play price forward. And guys, what you have to understand is, for me, I'm going to play price forward because I'm dealing with chart replays. However, for you in the live market, you will not be able to play price forward. What you will be able to do is to sit and wait as those candles unfold to give you something that looks like what you recognize. Good. So now let's play price forward. Look what happens. Now, price, instead of continuing to the upside, it comes out down here. You don't do what? But for some reason, it comes down. Good. So I keep on playing price, it comes down, retraces, and boom, it goes to the upside. Now, price has broken out, confirmed that indeed there is buying pressure from this zone. However, it has not given us an entry. Why? Because if I go to the line chart, you see there is nothing significant here. Yes, you can see a double bottom. This is a clear double bottom on the 6 hour. But now this one, I think it is something I would miss, because I would want a double bottom with a break of the neckline. There was no break of the neckline anywhere. So meaning we missed out that trade. So what do? We chase. No, guys, we don't chase. We don't chase. I just wanted you to be attentive. What do? We don't chase. We wait for the market to come back to our zone, or we are not interested in the market and we just let it go wherever it wants and look for another pair to trade. I hope I'm clear up to there, guys. It's either we wait for the market to come back to the zone and give us signs of buying, or give us setups that we know, or we let the market go wherever it wants to go and we look for other pairs to trade. I hope you are together up to that, guys. So we have worked our way using our rules from the high time frame to the lower time frame using top-down analysis, supply and demand, then support and resistance. However, where we have reached now, price is like not giving us the actual entries, and the things will happen, guys. Sometimes price action is not giving you, it's not going to give you clear setups to enter. That is done because they want you to not enter the market at the right time such that you can be burnt out. So I'm just going to play price forward and we see what it does. So all this time I'm playing price forward. For you, you're waiting on your chart. Price continues to the upside. Boom, it makes another higher high. Now, okay, now it has broken this low. So that is a chance that it might be retracing back. So look at what happens again. It forms an engulfing candle and another candle coming back to this level. Now this is our happiness because finally price has come back to give us an entry, because initially it moved without our entries. So let me just continue playing price further and see what happens. So you see price comes, makes a low, a high, and then a lower low. So let me continue to play price forward. Then gives a rejection at this level. I think this is a demand zone. Gives a rejection and immediately it starts going up, which is a good sign. Now, what are we going to use to enter? First of all, we can enter on this what indecision candle. Why? Simple, because we had a double bottom here, and now we have had a break of the neckline, and now price has come to retest on the neckline. So we can have our entry there, or we can continue. I can continue and look for something that looks like I know. So now we see price has made another higher high, but here when you look closely, you see something like a head and shoulder. I think this one I missed it. You see something like a head and shoulder. So this is going to be your entry, your confirmation for entries. Let me see if price comes back down. I think it comes back down, then it reacts from this zone very well. So now your entry, your clearest entry is here. After waiting for I don't know how many days, almost 3 weeks, your clearest entry is there. Stop loss should be at least slightly below here, that is around 55 pips, and then the first level target should be the previous high, which is 320 pips, because this is GBP/AUD, so it has a very high pip count. And guys, this is why you should subscribe to my mentorship, because I'm going to be giving you all these things step by step, such that you can learn how to trade the proper way. Come and subscribe to the mentorship so that you can learn how to trade the proper way. This month it is $100. Starting from next month it is going to be $150. So $100, it is going to give you the book and also mentorship. For as long as you learn, there is no time limit. And I teach my courses myself. I teach myself. I don't have recorded videos for you to watch, or I don't send anyone to teach. It is me who teaches you. So you're free to ask me any question that you feel that you want to ask me. So this is the best head and shoulder that I always want to enter on, because price makes a low, a high, a lower low, and then a higher high, breaking this previous structure, which means this is a change of character. So this is a head and shoulder that I will enter on it any day, anytime. Now the next step we want to do is, after entering, we want to let price action do its thing. Do not force the market. Sit patiently, sit tightly, and let the market move and go wherever it wants to go to give you profits. Do not try to look at the market every time or try to force it. You're going to be burnt out. You're going to be burnt out. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also don't forget to like the video in case you've learned something out of it, guys. So now this is the moment we have been waiting for. Wait for price action to take us to our TP. So I'm just going to play. The moment you play, you see price starts printing green candles going up. It comes down to this zone, almost, guys, almost taking us out. Then immediately it starts going to the upside. So we play price forward, boom, then it hits our first TP, which is a very good sign. But remember, it started with this inverted head and shoulder, then it hits our TP, and then it continues to the upside. So you would stretch this one. You'd stretch this one up to 500 pips, which is a 1:9. But how did we get this trade? We got it from the highest time frame, which is the weekly time frame, drop down to the daily weighted, drop down to the our entry time frame, which is the 6-hour and 4-hour, weighted, until when we got that trade. So is it hard, guys? Is it hard? The only hard thing here is waiting, being able to be patient, to wait for the setups to form and execute the setups without fear when the setups do arrive. Most of you do not want to wait for setups to come. Imagine you wait for your salary for a full month in order to touch money. But waiting for a trade to give you a clear setup for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, you don't want to do that. Remember, you would have waited for all those weeks, but it gave you 500 pips at the end of the day. So always wait. The moment price reaches your point of interest, always wait for price to show you its signs before you can enter the market. So I think we can stop there today. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to like the video in case you have learned something out of it. And mentorship is still going on. Also, if you want, you can purchase my book. Click the link in the bio and join my free Telegram group where I give you free Forex analysis lessons every Saturday. Or you can inbox me on Telegram and ask me about the book or mentorship. I'll be ready to support. I'm here to support as many traders as I can, because I know this is information that is not in the public domain. This is clear information that is classified. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to join my Telegram group. We shall meet again in another video. Bye for this one.